Clarence Peckham, and I'm with the RTC Group. And today I'm with Kerry Brown, Vice President of Sage Electronic Engineering. And Kerry, I'd like you to sort of tell us a little bit of what the Gizmosphere initiative is.
Okay. 2 years ago, a group of us were looking at the market space in embedded and saw that x86 was not well represented from the standpoint of having a very flexible, adaptive RDK style board with an open source community behind it to support people that wanted to use it. And this was underserving embedded developers because they didn't have access to this class of processors. So we founded Gizmosphere to start that community. It's an open source community. It features software and hardware open source. We've developed the Gizmo Board, which goes with that. It's a 4x4-inch board featuring an AMD APU, a very powerful x86 combined with a graphics processing unit. And we've brought out I/O that makes it look a lot like a microcontroller development board. And we've priced it all in an affordable reach for the home developer, the hobbyist who wants to try to build something out of a very powerful processor.
Very good. And what is Sage's involvement with the Gizmosphere project?
Well, Sage has been involved in several aspects. We donated some of our hardware engineering talents to the project to actually help develop the board itself. And then we brought our software development team, including our Sage BIOS, Core Boot, open source BIOS replacement team, to write a BIOS for it. So it comes complete with that BIOS, which runs an example application straight out of flash memory, and then we published all of that source code.
Oh, that's very good. So basically the user can get a complete system with debug tools available from Sage. And what sort of operating systems can they run on the board?
It will support virtually any operating system out of the box. So Linux, Windows, most of the real-time operating systems. You can even use the development toolkit and make some minor modifications and run bare metal applications.
That's very good. So this is very similar to some of the initiatives we've seen in the past, like the Beagle Board, the Raspberry Pi, I think it's called, right? But is this the first x86 type architecture that's doing this?
To my knowledge, it's the first x86 that's set up in an open community environment. Other companies in the past have done these RDKs, but they've been sort of extensions of the marketing arm of the silicon company. We're a very independent entity. We've gotten great support from AMD, but AMD has not demanded any control of Gizmosphere itself. So we're looking a whole lot more like a Linux type of environment that's open to everyone.
Well, it certainly has a lot of power with the dual processor core as well as that, was it 52 gigaflops of a GPU?
I think the whole thing together is about 52 gigaflops. Right. The cores are 2 of those gigaflops, the CPU cores. So the GPU is about 50 gigaflops. It also has, an embedded microcontroller in it. It has GPIOs that come out, frequency counters, timers, pulse width modulated outputs, virtually any kind of output that you'd like to see off of a microcontroller or a CPU.
Do you see this as a one-board effort, or does it have future products?
We've just got the first board under our belt. What we would really like to see is now the community come out and tell us what we missed in our design. It's not perfect. We know it's not perfect. What we really want to hear is what we should fix with it. We continue to work with AMD to watch their roadmap. So as interesting processors come up on that roadmap, we'll consider processor refreshes also. But we want the community to tell us what to do next.
So there must be a website that contains all the information.
Gizmosphere.org
okay.
Has that, and there's a support forum there. We encourage people to join and participate in the support forum, in the Internet Relay chat room, and if they want to develop projects, to register those projects, we can market things for people, and we also run contests on a periodic basis and give things away.
Oh, very good. Well, thank you very much, Kerry. It's certainly sounds like it's going to be a very interesting initiative going forward.
Well, we're looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, great.